Yo, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy Roy, one half of the Combat Sport Guys, coming back to you with another UFC quick pick video, this time in the form of UFC Mexico, Moreno versus Erceg. As always, the link to our full-fledged video breakdown will be in the description below. Make sure you tap in, check that out, show some love. But let's get into this card. Kicking off the night, we have Austin Hubbard taking on Markel Mederos. Markel Mederos is a athletic, fast striker, but he lacks an offensive grappling and his striking defense. In his last fight against Quinones, he was getting tagged a lot. He was getting hit a lot. Both guys used to train at elevation. They're at different camps now. I just think that Austin Hubbard's forward pressure, his wrestling, and his sheer grit is going to be able to get it done here and get him a decision win. I don't see Mederos knocking him out. Austin Hubbard hasn't been knocked out yet, and I don't see Mederos doing that. I think Austin Hubbard's going to grind out a decision victory here. He's going to clinch him up against the fence. He's going to control him. He's going to push the pace. And, being at the camp with Bilal Muhammad and Ignacio Bahamon is going to do him well. So we'll see what he does in this fight here. But I got the dog pulling out the win. Give me Austin Hubbard to beat Markel Mederos to kick off the night. Next up, we have Jamal Emmers taking on Gabriel Miranda. Now, this fight is pretty straightforward. Miranda is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. He likes to fight off the ground, fight off his back, look for those submission wins. He's very dangerous on the ground, but Jamal Emmers is dangerous everywhere, in my opinion. He has the striking power. He has the ground game, and I think he's going to be able to get it done here. I think he's going to finish this fight within the distance. Give me Jamal Emmers to be victorious. Next up, we have Rafa Garcia taking on Vince Pichel. The 42-year-old is taking on the 30-year-old, and Rafa Garcia is a forward pressured grappler who has the striking as well. Yeah, but being at elevation, the concern is he going to gas out? Is he going to be able to secure those takedowns, control Pichel, who likes to brawl, who likes to engage in the striking? And if he's pursuing those takedowns and failing, how's the fight going to look as it progresses? But Pichel is somebody who's easily taken down, and I think Rafa Garcia is going to be victorious in this fight. So give me Rafa Garcia to win against Vince Pichel. Next up, we have the ever so consistent Lupi Godinez. I'm just kidding. She's not very consistent. That's what upsets a lot of people, right? She's good everywhere. She's taken on Julia Psycho Polastri, who has solid striking. She throws with volume. She throws with decent power. She has decent takedown defense and offensive grappling as well. And I think she's going to be able to hold her own here. And this is going to be like come out performance for Julia Polastri. So I'm going to go with the upset here. I just can't trust Luke Bigodinez to get it done. So give me Julia Polastri to be victorious here. I just feel like Luke Bigodinez is going to engage in these striking exchanges, and that's where she's going to fall flat up against somebody like Julia Polastri. So give me the Brazilian to pull it out here. Next up, we have a bout in Teba Gaultier up against Jose Medina. Now, I honestly think that this fight was strictly made for the purposes of science. I think whoever put this fight together wanted to put somebody who finishes fights early with severe power in Gaultier up against a durable individual in Jose Medina, who got a contract for sheerly being durable and a dog, right? Like you see his fight in the Contender Series, he got his ass beat, but he was durable. You see him up against Zachary Reese, he couldn't get finished. Zachary Reese went the distance for the first time up against Jose Medina, and he was like, man, I couldn't get this guy out of there. He's extremely durable. And it's going to be interesting to see if Atiba can't take him out. Like, how's this fight going to look in the second round, the third round? This is Gautier's fight to lose, in my opinion, but I will be betting it live if it makes it past the first round, because Medina could be a live dog here. It's going to be very, very interesting. Give me, though, Gaultier based on the power, based on athleticism to get him out of there. But when you're packing all that power, I am concerned about being at elevation. How's your gas tank going to look if the fight doesn't get finished early? But I'm going to trust my gut here. I'm going to go with Atiba to get it done. Next up, we have our featured prelim in Edgar Chairez taking on CJ Vergara. Now, CJ Vergara He's very good in the clinch. He has that Muay Thai background. He's able to fight well within the clinch, but Edgar Chairez has that 4 inch reach advantage and that 1 inch height advantage. And I think he's going to keep this fight at range. And as the fight progresses, level change and take this fight to the ground where he does have some savvy jiu-jitsu and he can lock up some submissions. So I'm going to go with the Mexican to be victorious in Edgar Chairez. Give me Edgar Chairez to win this fight. I like him here. All right, kicking off the main card, we have Ronaldo Lazy Boy Rodriguez taking on Kevin Borjas. I'm going to go with Rodriguez here. I think he has solid grappling, solid ground game, that dog mentality, that warrior mentality, and having that Mexican crowd behind you cheering you on is going to give him that power up. Kevin Borjas, he's a good striker. He throws nice leg kicks. He throws nice strikes. He throws a lot of output. He's necessarily not good on the ground, but one of the things I don't like, and especially in his last fight, is his fight IQ. He was getting beat up on the legs by Alessandro Costa, and he got knocked down a couple times. Instead of standing up, switching stances, changing the game plan, he kind of just stayed in the same position, gave him his leg, and got finished that way. So I think Rodriguez here is live to get a win. I like Rodriguez here. I do worry about his striking defense, but I think being couple, I want to say a year already, or no, when was Noche Latina? Being 6 months out from his previous bout against Ozzy Osbourne. Gonna be intrigued in seeing how his striking defense looks, but give me Lazy Boy to get it done here. Next up, we have Daniel Martinez taking on Simon Oliveira, who has been out of competition for about 2 years due to injury and other things. And I think Martinez, he has the solid Taekwondo background, the striking, the takedown defense. I think Oliveira, who's primarily a grappler, is going to shoot for the takedowns. He's going to fail and he's going to gas out, and Martinez is going to get him out of there, giving Martinez to win. I like him here in this spot. We'll move on to Raul Rosas Jr. taking on Vince Morales. Now, Vince Morales is good on the ground, right? He's going to work. If he gets taken down, he's going to look for that Peruvian necktie. He's going to look for the submissions. Striking is okay. He was getting pieced up against Elijah Smith. I think Raul Rosas is evolving. He's young. He's 20 years old, and he's getting better, right? We already know that his ground game is good. I think here he's going to be able to showcase his striking up against an opponent like Vince Morales. I'm going to go with Chiwiwis to get it done. I like him here. I think he gets the finish inside the distance. We'll move on to our next bout in Kelvin Gastelum, Iron Chin taking on Joe Pfeiffer. Now, my thought process for this fight is, Sean Brady fought Gastelum at welterweight, where he was able to get the submission victory. Sean Brady last week at UFC London got the submission against Leon Edwards, right? He finished him. Then he got submitted for the first time. And Kevin Gastelum, he has been subbed before. He has not been knocked out. So I'm banking on the fact that, that camp in Sean Brady in Philadelphia is going to prepare Joe Pfeiffer for the wrestling. Being at elevation, I don't think he's going to have the output to strike with Gastelum for all 3 rounds. I think he's going to incorporate some wrestling. He's going to take him down, and he's going to secure the submission win. That's the way my mind works. So, maybe you don't agree with it, but I think Joe Pfeiffer gets it done within the distance. If you think he's going to knock him out, go for the knockout. If you think he's going to get the submission, go for the submission. If you're not comfortable with either, just bet on inside the distance. I do think Joe Pfeiffer gets it done here. But yeah, I don't know why this picture is there. Here we go. Give me Joe Pfeiffer to beat Kevin Gastelum via submission at UFC Mexico. Next up, we got a banger of a fight in Manuel Torres taking on Drew Dober. These guys are both warriors. Manuel Torres finishes his fights all within the first round. He has submission wins. He has knockout wins. He's very well-rounded. He's explosive. He's aggressive. Drew Dober has that solid chin. He's gone the distance multiple times with solid strikers. We last saw him with Gene Silva. Gene Silva wasn't able to pull him out. It was a doctor stoppage due to his eye being so bulged and injured. I think in this fight, Manuel Torres is going to tag Dober early and look for that submission win. Dober has been submitted in the past, and I think that's going to be Manuel Torres' path to victory. In his last fight against Ignacio Bahamondes, he was giving up a lot of height. Bahamondes was 6'2" up against his 5'10" with the longer reach. And, when he blitzed in, he got caught a couple of times. But I think in this fight, he's going to be a little more cautious. He's going to be a little more calculated in his approach. And I think he gets it done here. So give me Manuel Torres to be victorious against Drew Dober. It's going to be a great fight. And then last but not least, we have our main event. Brandon Moreno taking on Steve Erceg. Steve Erceg's path to the title was quite what's the word I'm looking for? Was accelerated, I would say. He knocked out Matt Schnell and then he got the shot at Pantoja. And a lot of people argued that fight was close, and depending on how you see it, but now he's making his way back down. He fought Kai Kara France, who was away for some time, got knocked out, and now he's fighting Brandon Moreno, who took a hiatus. He came back, he cleared his mind, he had an amazing performance against Amir Albazi, and I think he gets it done here. He's looking good, his mindset is right, and I think he's looking to get his first victory in Mexico. So I think Brandon Moreno gets it done here. He has a good jab. He has the better striking, in my opinion. He needs to utilize his calf kicks, utilize his striking, and incorporate the wrestling to end the rounds. But I think this is going to be a good main event. I got Brandon Moreno to beat Steve Erceg in Mexico. There you have it. That's the quick pick video. Make sure you tap in on X. We will be dropping our bets, our money lines, our parlays, and our prop bets on X tomorrow, I believe, after the weigh-ins. Make sure you check that out. We've been on an amazing run. The past 4 weeks, we've been giving you dog money, solid prop money, and solid parlay. So make sure you tap in, you show some love, you check us out. Peace.